If you're tired of French experts telling you to just find more time when your schedule is already packed, if you've started and stopped learning French multiple times because life just gets in the way, or if you're confused that busy people like you just can't learn languages, this video will change everything. Tell me, do these phrases sound familiar? I don't have time to learn French. I work 50 hours a week. Between my job, school, kids, and everything else, when am I supposed to study? I'm so sure these sound familiar. But let me tell you my reality. I learned French while working full-time, commuting about 2 to 3 hours a day, and trying to manage, I won't say balance, trying to manage a social life. And if you think you need 2-3 hours of dedicated study time every day to become fluent, then you've been lied to. Today, I'm sharing with you my VITE method, and yes, VITE means fast in French, which is perfect for busy people. This is the exact system I use to go from zero French to conversational while living an extremely crazy, busy life. I'll show you how to learn French in the gaps, cracks, and dead spaces of your day without adding a single extra hour to your schedule. This is part 4 of my Real French Fluency series. If you missed the earlier videos where I taught you how to train your brain to think in French, my SMART method for practicing without French friends, and expose the faux methods that do not work, I'll link those below for you in the description box below, but you can absolutely start with this video. Let's dive into the VITE method that fits into any busy schedule. Here is what the French learning industry doesn't want you to know. You don't need more time. You need better strategy. Most French courses are designed for people with unlimited time, college students, retirees, or people on sabbatical. But that's not real life for most of us. Real life looks like this. Wake up, rush to work, meetings all day, commute home, dinner, family time, collapse into bed, repeat. We're done. That's your day, right? Where exactly are you supposed to fit in 2 hours of French study? Here's a spoiler alert. You're not. But here is what changed everything for me and for so many of my students. I stopped trying to find time and started using the time I already had differently. I am going to teach you my VITE method, 4 strategies that let you learn French using time you're already spending on other things. VITE stands for V, voice memos during commute. I, integrate French into daily tasks. T, time blocked micro sessions. And E, eliminate dead time with French. This isn't about adding to your schedule. It's about optimizing what you're already doing. Let's take a look at the first method, voice memos during commute. Your commute is dead time anyway. Why not make it French time? Please, first of all, before we get into it, this is an important safety note. If you're driving, focus on driving. That's all. This method I'm about to go over with you is for public transport, being a passenger, or when you're safely parked. So here's exactly what I did when I had fallen off the bandwagon so many times I wanted to get back on. During my about 45 to 1 minute commute to work, I'd send myself voice messages in French. Cringe, I know, but it worked for me. Not lessons, not podcasts, but actual speaking practice. For drivers, here is the safer alternative for you. Instead of recording, simply practice speaking out loud to yourself. No phone needed, just talk. Your car is your private French practice booth. Let me share with you my 3-step commute method. Okay? Step 1, I call this the check-in method. So you can use like maybe the first 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? Talk about maybe how you're feeling and what you're doing. So for example, bonjour, je vais au travail en train. Il fait un peu froid ce matin. J'ai bien dormi hier soir. Do you see? You've spoken about what you're doing and how you're feeling. Very simple. Step 2, I call this the narration method. And what does this mean? It means that you describe what you see around you. Unfortunately, I'm not in a very cool story, but you describe what you see around you, okay? Par exemple, je vois beaucoup de voitures sur la route. Peut-être il y a un camion rouge. Le ciel est gris aujourd'hui or il fait beau aujourd'hui. And then step 3 is the planning. So what you're doing is you're talking about your day ahead. Remember, what did we start with? Your feelings and what you're doing. You talk about what you're seeing, and to wrap it up with a nice bow, you talk about your day ahead. Par exemple, aujourd'hui, j'ai 3 réunions. À midi, je vais déjeuner avec mes collègues. Ce soir, je vais regarder Netflix. Here is why this works so well. You're practicing in real-time situations. No extra time needed. You're commuting anyway. It builds confidence in casual conversation, and the sweetest spot. It's perfect for beginners to advanced learners. So for different commute types, for public transport, perfect for voice memos or, maybe quiet speaking, okay? If you're driving alone, speak out loud to yourself, please, hands-free. If you're walking or maybe you're even biking to work, it's great for mental practice or voice memos. And perhaps you're carpooling, you can just practice silently in your head. Here's a pro tip. If you can safely record either on a train, on a bus, or as a passenger, listen back during your return trip. But if you're driving, just enjoy the speaking practice. Or if you're being driven. This really helped me back then because I remember I went from barely speaking any French to having at least 30 to 35 minutes conversation with myself. My French really improved faster during my commutes than I would say it even did during the formal classes I had. So you can just try this out, okay? Now the next method, it's to integrate. Remember the I stands for what? Integrate French into your daily tasks. Please stop treating French like a separate activity. Make it a part of what you're already doing. So instead of a usual morning routine, like you know what you already do every morning, right? Do it in French instead. So say it as you're doing it. So par exemple, imagine you want to use the bathroom. Je me réveille. Okay? Je vais dans la salle de bain. So watch me here. This is me literally going into the bathroom. I know it's cringe, but I want to show you what I mean by you can talk to yourself in the bathroom in French. Okay? Let's do the first step. Now, the first step when you get into the bathroom, what do? Is you wash your face. And so I say, je me lave le visage. 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 Maintenant, je me rince le visage. Je me rince le visage. Je sèche mon visage avec une serviette. Je sèche mon visage avec une serviette. Maintenant, je mets du dentifrice sur ma brosse à dents. Je mets du dentifrice sur ma brosse à dents. Et maintenant, je me brosse les dents. Maintenant, je me rince la bouche. Je me rince la bouche. J'éteins les lumières et je sors. Did you guys see that? That's exactly what I mean by speak to yourself, whatever it is you're doing. If you're brushing your teeth, say it. If you're washing your face, say it. If you turn on the lights, say it. Remember in my SMART method video where I showed you the bathroom routine? This built on that concept, okay? Or let's say maybe your workout integration. Turn your exercise time into French time. So for example, je fais 10 pompes. 1, 2, 3. Maintenant, je fais des squats. Or let's even say a cooking integration. This is my favorite because cooking already requires focus. Je coupe les oignons. Maintenant, j'ajoute l'ail. Ça sent très bon. Or let's even say a cleaning integration, right? Even boring chores become French practice. You can say, je passe l'aspirateur dans le salon. Or even, je range ma chambre. Or even, maintenant, je fais la vaisselle. Do you see? So I've shown you 3 different ways to just add it to already dead time. Workout, cooking, cleaning. And here's the magic of integration. No additional time required. It helps you to build vocabulary for real life situations. It makes boring tasks so much more interesting. And it creates automatic associations between actions and French words. Before we continue, how are you feeling about the VITE method so far? I know this is a lot of practical information. And you might be thinking, but how do I remember all of this when I'm actually trying to do it? Do not worry, I have created a comprehensive free PDF guide that breaks down the entire VITE method step by step, including phrase lists for each activity and a weekly schedule template. All you need to do is input your name and email address in the description box below, and today's PDF will be sent directly to your inbox. So go ahead and grab it right now so you can refer back to it anytime. It's completely free. Now, let's keep going with the T in VITE. Now, the T stands for what? Time blocked micro sessions. Please forget about finding 2-hour study blocks. We're going to use 5 to 15 minute micro sessions strategically placed throughout your day. Your brain learns better with frequent short exposures than with long infrequent sessions. And science backs this up. It's called spaced repetition. So it's not sumo, it's science. Here is my exact micro session schedule that you can start today. Let's say you wake up by 6 a.m. or whatever. Maybe 7 a.m. is your morning tea session, okay? What I want you to do is while your tea sips, practice one specific thing. Sorry, I was looking for a mug. Of course, I don't have a mug. I'm in a room. While your tea sips, practice one specific thing. On Monday, for instance, you could decide to count numbers, okay? So count in French. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe 7 a.m. Your tea is there, it's sipping, just count, all right? Tuesday, you can then decide, okay, let me learn days and dates. So you could take Monday, 1st of January, Tuesday, 2nd of January, all the way down to the 30th. So how many days do we have in January? You get what I mean, all right? Wednesday, you can focus on weather expressions. So for example, you can say on Wednesday, il fait beau aujourd'hui. Talk about different weather expressions just for Wednesday. Thursdays, you can talk about emotions and feelings. Maybe you're tired, you can say, je suis fatigué. Or you're happy, je suis heureuse. If you're a man, je suis heureux. Woman, je suis heureuse. Okay, remember the spelling, please. And then on Friday, what do we talk about? Weekend plan. So it's very simple. On Friday, you can talk about your weekend plan. So you can say, ce week-end, je vais me reposer. Or maybe you're going out, je vais sortir avec des amis. Now, let's go to lunch breaks. Maybe lunch breaks around 12:30 or maybe 1 p.m. Don't just scroll social media like Instead, do focused French practice. Maybe your break, you just want to do just 10 minutes out of your break, okay? You could decide to listen to one French song and look up the lyrics. Just pick any song you like, okay? And look up the lyrics. You could even decide to just watch one short French YouTube video. Or you can even practice one conversation from my previous videos. Remember my SMART method and full method videos? This is the perfect time to review those techniques. And now, 6 p.m., I call this the transition session. Right when you get home, before you do anything else, describe your day in French, even if it's just one sentence. Aujourd'hui, j'ai eu une journée très occupée au bureau. Next, you can just try to set tomorrow's intentions in French. Let me just give you 2 examples you can say, just samples, okay? Demain, je vais bien organiser ma journée. Je vais terminer une tâche importante sans distraction. And last thing, maybe just practice one phrase you want to. Just think of one phrase. I've said to me, ce que j'aime, whatever phrase, and then use it, okay? And now finally, by maybe 9 p.m., 9:30, 10 p.m., this I call the wind down session. Please just replace 10 minutes of TV or maybe your phone scrolling, French meditation or relaxation videos. Maybe read one short French article, a very short one, or even just voice memo to yourself about your day. Here is a secret source of micro sessions. Remember I told you it's science-backed? Consistency beats intensity. 5 minutes every day beats 2 hours once a week. Please remember, each session has one focus, just one focus. Do not try to do everything. Pick one for each session. Pick one skill per session. Stack habits. Attach French to things you already do. So for example, you know that tea time is French time, okay? And most importantly, track your wins. I kept a simple checklist on my phone and just seeing those check marks always motivated me, okay? So just on your phone. Let me give you a real example from one of my students. She learned to tell the time like during her breakfast routine. By Monday, she would say, il est 7 heures. By Tuesday, she would say, il est 7h15. By Friday, she was saying, il est 7h15, je bois mon thé et je me prépare pour le travail. 1 week, 4 micro sessions per day. Total time invested, 30 minutes daily. That's less time than one episode of Netflix, but spread throughout the day for maximum retention. And the next method is E. What did we say E in VITE stands for? Eliminate dead time. We all have dead times, waiting, standing in line, boring commutes. Instead of scrolling your phone mindlessly, make it French time. Let's look at maybe dead time opportunity one when you're waiting, okay? Maybe the doctor's office, DMV, coffee shop, coffee shop line. This is the perfect time for your French practice. So maybe you're a beginner and you're watching this video. What can you do in that time? Maybe you can count in French, name colors you see, practice the days of the week, okay? You're a beginner. If you're at the intermediate level, what you can do is you can describe people around you mentally in French. For example, you see a lady. Elle porte une chemise blanche et un pantalon bleu, okay? Or, il y a une maman et son fils qui marchent. Or, il y a quelqu'un qui a scellé un livre. So you see, you're describing, and maybe you're even at the advanced level. You could decide to imagine the conversations you'd have with people around you. So for example, bonjour, j'aime votre chemise. Où l'avez-vous acheté? Oh, j'ai acheté ma chemise chez Zara. C'est très joli. Bonne journée. So you see, you actually imagine having that conversation with someone else. All right? Did you just see? That's dead time opportunity when you're waiting. These are things you can do. I'm just giving you examples. Now, let's look at dead time opportunity two, maybe when you're walking. Anytime you're walking alone, maybe you're walking to your car, to the grocery store, or you're walking the dog. Or, when my daughter was much younger, I would just push her in her stroller. I'm just taking a walk with her in the stroller. Je marche vers ma voiture. Il fait beau aujourd'hui. Je vais acheter du pain et du lait. Okay, so these are just thoughts I'm having in my head. I'm just walking and I can be saying it. Or if I'm seeing anything around me, I'm just saying it. Il y a beaucoup des arbres. Just saying anything. Another dead time opportunity is when you're just doing tasks, the normal tasks you do around the house. So for example, maybe you're folding laundry, you're watering plants, you're organizing the closets. Je plie mes vêtements. Cette chemise est bleue, mais c'est pas bleu, désolé, c'est vert. Et aussi, ce pantalon est noir. Do you get where I'm coming from? So you can just say things like that. And even the final dead time opportunity, I know, calm down. I'm just trying to show you guys there's so much dead time, like you have no idea. But anyways, the final dead time opportunity for before you sleep. Just, quickly think through your day in French. It's less than 30 seconds. Aujourd'hui, j'ai travaillé. J'ai déjeuné avec mon ami. C'était une bonne journée. All right, so do you see how much dead time we have? I'm going to challenge you, okay? The dead time challenge. I should make this a thing. For 1 week, just 1 week, track how much dead time you have. You'll be shocked. Most people have about 45 to 60 minutes of dead time daily. Another thing that helped me, and I just remember this, is, when you're having dead time, instead of practicing in French, I say, oh, wow, that's crazy. Oh la la. Do you get something like that? That's also French. Voilà. Voici le lien. There's so many things you can just pick up and try practicing to use. Bref, en fait, just little things you can pick up. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. It adds up to hours of practice every week without actually even feeling like it's study time. Like, you come, you sit down, you have your book. I'm studying French. No, you're just picking these up. And now let me address the most common concerns that I hear. Problem 1, I'm too tired after work to think in French. Here's my solution. Start with the easiest VITE method. Voice memos during commute. Your brain is fresh in the morning. And the evening commute, all you're doing, please, is just describing what happened. That's all. Problem 2, I feel silly talking to myself. Please, everyone feels silly at first. Remember, please, this awkwardness disappears in 3 to 4 days, maybe maximum 1 week. Plus, who cares? You're becoming bilingual while they're just scrolling through TikTok. Problem 3, I forget to do it consistently. I know, I have a solution for you and I call it habit stacking. Please attach French to something you already do religiously. Coffee is equal to French time. Car is equal to French time. It's automatic. And for okay, Sumo, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, I do smoothie. Smoothie is equal to French time. Okay, Sumo, I don't go in a car, I don't drive in a car, I walk to work. Walking is French time. Oh, Sumo, my friend picks me up whilst you're in the car is French time. Just make it easy and automatic for you. Problem 4, I do not know enough words yet. Okay, start with what you know. Even if it's just je suis fatigué or maybe it's il fait froid, build from there. Another problem I hear, my friends think I'm crazy. Let them think you're crazy. In 6 months when you are speaking French and they are still making excuses, I promise you they will understand. They will. Another problem I hear is I travel constantly for work. The VITE method is perfect for travel. Airports, hotel rooms, Uber rides, all become French practice opportunities. Guys, you have time. You just haven't been really strategic about using it. The VITE method gives you a system that works with your life, not against it. Okay, so now you have your VITE method action plan. You now have everything you need to learn French, even with the busiest schedule imaginable. And here's your homework for this week. Between day 1 and 2, choose just one VITE method that feels the easiest and try it. You're just trying it, okay? Day maybe 3 to 4, add a second VITE method. Day 5 to 7, try all 4 VITE methods and see which ones fit your lifestyle best. Please start with just one method, just one. Do not try to do everything at once. Trust me, it won't work. Don't try to do everything at once. Master one, and then you can add the others, okay? I've created an incredibly detailed free PDF guide that includes daily schedule templates for different lifestyles, phrase lists for every VITE activity, troubleshooting guide for, common problems, and bonus daytime opportunities you haven't thought of. This isn't just a summary. It's a complete implementation system that will ensure that you actually use what you learned today. All you need to do is input your name and email address in the link in the description box below, and it's sent right to you. If this video opened your eyes about learning French with a busy schedule, please hit that like button and let me know in the comment section below. Which VITE method are you most excited to try? Please make sure to subscribe and share with friends. It really helps the channel. And also hit that notification bell because this is part 4 of my Real French Fluency series. And the next 2 videos are going to be game changers. Speaking of which, in my next video, I'm going to tackle the biggest fear most French learners have, how to build French confidence and stop being afraid to speak. Even if you practice perfectly using the VITE method, if you don't have confidence, you'll still freeze up in real conversations. I'll show you exactly how to overcome that fear. I promise you, you've got this. The VITE method works for everyone. You just need to start. Until I see you in my next video, à bientôt!